What the hell's going on tonight?
You are like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Yeah.
What do you think they're talking about in London now?
Things are starting to grow. Things are getting real colorful.
They're talking about in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and Atlanta, CA.
Very
Top
serious.
of the line.
Oh my God!
Don't be so stupid.
For all of you that thought we were through, you were wrong.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. In my heart I have but one desire.
Only one desire,
And that one is you.
and that one desire is you.
No other will do.
Bitches ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit.
Welcome, new student, to your orientation. I'm the professor. We're live in a classroom right now, and we're going to take this time to welcome you to the Academy and show you around and show you a little bit about the ins and outs of Manhood Academy. You'll find out some of the history behind the Academy, how it's changed throughout the years, and what will be expected of you here as a new student. First, you may or may not have noticed, but the Academy has changed recently to reflect new management. Formerly, the Academy was a bastion of politically correct faggots masquerading as cool bros. But since maybe a couple days ago, we've decided to take the Academy in a new direction, and by we, I mean I. We've decided to go back to our roots. Originally, this Academy, when it first was constructed, was called Bitch Management. It was just a little forum with some articles thrown up and some crazy people that popped in once in a while to check in and see what was going on with pickup artists, getting bitches, banging hoes, etc. Then, through time, it slowly morphed into something more, and then through much experience, many tears, many rejections later, we discovered that social interaction was so much more, relationships were so much more than just banging hoes. It was also getting to know your bros. So, this Academy has reflected that journey. It started as a bitch management. It was very rough around the edges. I didn't filter anything. I just said what I was thinking at the time and gave my advice to guys who were looking to get laid. As time went on, I realized most people don't have the skills to just go up to a girl and talk to her on the street. It's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. This is a special, I wouldn't even say special. This is just an abnormal class of people. I'm in that class of people. I can do that. But it's not a normal way to meet people. And through much trial and error, we kind of discovered this. And so what we're doing now is we're teaching you how to form relationships. And that includes picking up bitches, picking up hoes, picking up women. But more importantly, we're teaching you how to socialize as soon as you are out of the gate, which means as soon as you wake up. Socialization always starts with your attitude. And if you don't have the right attitude, it doesn't matter what you learn. Many students, even in this class today, who have been here for years, still have it in their head that I'm here to give them tips. I'm going to give them a new tip in this class. Some students are anticipating, oh, you're going to say something novel, something amazing today. That's not how it works. Social interaction starts with your attitude. Starts with how you view the world. And this view is only changed through experience. So what we're doing here at this Academy is we're teaching you how to get that experience slowly but surely. And this Academy is a unique place in the universe because Here at the academy, you can practice what you would get arrested for out in the real world or, outside in your neighborhood. You can practice getting into confrontations. I don't mean that we're trying to get into confrontations, but there's kind of a safety net here. It's understood that we're going to fuck up. Whereas out in society, you are penalized heavily for fucking up. But here, we encourage you to go forward. We encourage you to not be weighed down by your fuck-ups, to not be discouraged by your fuck-ups, but to keep going and to see how those fuck-ups are part of the process of you learning how to socialize, you learning to basically get your balls back so you're not crawling on your belly before women, so you know how to present yourself in a social interaction when you're with a guy, with a girl, you're talking to a buddy you're playing sports with, or you're talking to some hoe at a party you want to bang, or somebody your friend introduced you to, and maybe his cute sister. I don't know. But the point is, you're going to know how to approach that because you're going to have the attitude and you're going to have the skill, which means you're going to know how to socialize regardless of what gender you're talking to. A lot of guys, they have it in their head, they compartmentalize it. They think, okay, making bros is just no problem. I just show up to the same class as the next guy and we're buddies, right? Wrong. I just go to work and I work in the same environment. I'm a computer IT guy, or I work at a gas station, or I work at a slip and slide. I work at a 7-Eleven, and I just meet Apu behind the counter because we're working in the same place. No, that's not how it works. Socializing is who you are. It's not what you do. Let me try to make that clear. When you have the attitude of being social, when you have the attitude of forming relationships, when you are skilled at expressing yourself, which means you're accountable to your thoughts and feelings, then relationships form organically wherever you go, whoever you talk to. Because when you are spontaneously being accountable to your thoughts, being accountable to your feelings, because you have the training to do so, as a natural consequence of doing that, relationships will form without you having to force them to form. Like a lot of times in your head, you think, oh, I'm new in school, I'm new in town, I'm new in this place, and I want to talk to somebody and make a buddy. That's your view, that's your goal. That is not socializing. That is you as a clueless retard with very little understanding of how social interaction works, of how to form a relationship. So you think, this is an event that's going to happen. I'm going to talk to this guy, and hopefully we just hit it off, hopefully we're both into sports, and hopefully I can get his number without looking gay. So you have this, you make socializing, you make relationships into an event, this majestic one-time event, and you can't fuck it up. And then you have another category, which is picking up hoes, picking up chicks. You have it in your head that, this is it. I'm at a bar, I'm at a club, I'm at a party, I'm talking to somebody's friend of a friend who introduced me, and this is the time to spread my game, to get it the fuck on, and to attract this hoe. That's also the wrong attitude. Your view of social interaction is your approach to social interaction is governed by how you see relationships, how they should form. We're going to change that view so you don't have a faggot, passive, neurotic, anxious, what do I do? The sky's falling, I got this one chance, I can't blow it. We're going to get rid of that faggot view, and we're going to replace it with a proper view. We're going to replace it with a view that is very freeing, it's very encouraging, it's very hopeful, versus, fuck, I got to do this one time right, or I'm fucked. I'm going to be lonely without friends, I'm never going to get laid, etc. So we're going to fix that right now. In the coming time that you spend here at the academy, your perspective will slowly change with enough training. But right now we're just going to introduce you to the academy. So in its early form, it was very politically incorrect. The academy was very rough around the edges. It sounded like a Harlem gangbanger, so to speak. As time went on, I became a little more cautious because I didn't want to alienate faggots like you. I didn't want to alienate prospective students who came from single mother households, who were raised on Glee, Twilight, Harry Potter, and you basically had a clitoris instead of a penis. And you're very sensitive, very delicate. Everything is misogyny, everything is bigotry, everything is homophobia. You have all the catchphrases of a liberal faggot. You can't even say faggot without even saying, that's homophobic. Look, back in the day when we said faggot, it meant just a guy who was not acting like a guy. And I don't mean he was just peeing standing up, but I mean he had feminized views of how to socialize, or he resembled a chick, and he was very neurotic. He worried about things. He worried about how he dressed. He worried about how he looked. He worried about, he was always asking permission to speak in his head. Oh, do I have permission to say that? Should I say that? Am I allowed to say that? How do I know? I was one of these faggots. I was one of these guys. I had a friend in high school. Every day, he checked my outfit, and I didn't realize it until one day I wore the same outfit 2 days in a row, and he said, bro, you wore the same outfit 2 days in a row. I don't even think he said bro. He said, fella, hey, or honey. I don't know what he said. But it wouldn't be bro. He said, look, you're wearing the same outfit, and I thought, oh my God, I am wearing the same outfit. This is fucking embarrassing. This is a faux pas. How can I come back to school wearing the same outfit 2 days in a row? Girls are going to look at me, think I don't shower, think I'm homeless. Guys are going to be fucking turned off as fuck, not wanting to be buddies with me. I got to make sure every day I wear a different shirt with a different pants combination. And this came with its own set of problems because sometimes you have a black shirt. You can't wear a black shirt with black pants. Then you look like a faggot ninja tryhard guy. Then I have white shirts, but I can't wear white shirts with white shorts. I look like a poor man's P. Diddy party. Then I got a blue shirt with green pants or blue pants, and I'm like, did I wear that last time? Is that cool? You understand how chicks start thinking when you realize I'm fucking stressing over what to wear tomorrow. This is ridiculous, and that was just the start of it. It went to haircuts. It went to everything. How you handle yourself at a sporting event. I played sports. How you handle yourself with a team. It's such a frustrating experience. So I want to save you the trouble of all that neurotic faggotry. I want to teach you how to get your balls back. And so this is how I approached it in the very beginning. So later on became a little more politically incorrect. I mean, the opposite. I mean, a little bit more politically correct. We started taking off the use of the word faggot and bitch a little bit. We toned it down a little bit. Instead of saying fucking faggot, we might have said emasculated white knight. Something a little more politically correct that kind of explained our term. Before it was, look, fuck you, this is how we speak, this is how we talk, we're not going to apologize for it, and if you get something out of this information, great. If not, just fuck off. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with your butthurt criticisms of how I'm speaking and how I'm being homophobic or how I'm being a bigot. Fuck you. Go suck on the Dalai Lama. That was the first approach to the academy, to our view of the academy. Then, as we got more faggots in and more delicate, politically correct guys, we started changing it and more accommodating them more. And the thought was, look, they're fucking faggots. They don't know any better. So let's just make the language gentle. But the language is the least of their worries. The politically incorrect language is not the issue. It is always how you socialize, the attitude you have. It's reflected in the language, but it's mainly the attitude that creates the offense. The reason why you're so offended by all these terms is you're so politically correct and butthurt, and you think like a woman. You see things in terms of, not like a guy who says that's right or that's wrong. That's practical or impractical. You see things in terms of how a girl views things. How does that make me feel? In other words, is that nice or is that mean? Am I being nice to you or am I being mean to you? If you're saying I'm nice, I'm mean, or he's nice or he's mean, you're a faggot. You were raised by faggots, for faggots, and now you ended up a faggot. That's your condition today. So this academy's goal was to open your eyes to that. And we couldn't very well do that if you were too offended to even join, too offended to even hear what we're saying. So we toned down the language, we toned down the faggotry references, we made the pictures less graphic, we did less fisting, all that above, and now it became calmer. It had a visitor section, it had a Manhood Academy Review section, it had an orientation, it looked like a real campus. Since then, since 2 days ago, if you look at the forum, you'll notice it's gone back to its roots a little bit because of an incident that happened. We used to have SAG meetings here, which are Schedule Accountability Group meetings. If you wonder when SAGs are coming back, you just got to look at the post in the announcement section that says, SAGs will come back when you find your ball sack, which means SAGs only work if you have committed to the SAG. If you committed to the Schedule Accountability Group meeting, you can get something out of it, for sure. Schedules are invaluable to your life. But if you come from a place where you don't know how to socialize, you don't have friends, you sit at home for 18 hours out of the day playing video games or beating off, keeping a schedule is the last thing on your mind. Number one, you have nothing to fucking do. You're living off of your parents, or you have a dead-end job that doesn't require a schedule. You have no aspirations. You have nothing you're working towards. So there's no reason to have a schedule, especially since all your schedule is eventually for relationships. And since you don't know how to form relationships, and you have very few relationships that even mean anything to you, a schedule is utterly fucking useless. It's a burden. It's like carrying a splinter around. So we were telling students to carry splinters around and to meet together. Oh, fucking new guy. Hold on a second. There's a new guy in here. Why does a fucking new guy join right when I'm giving a speech? Somebody comfort him in the chat room. Alright, so, where was I? I got a fucking dog barking outside. I got a new guy typing.
You're talking about how we don't have the SAG meetings.
Oh yeah, okay, so we had SAG meetings, which are scheduled accountability group meetings, and you were learning how to be accountable to each other as a group so that you could individually learn how to exercise self-discipline. You were getting external discipline, external boundaries, so you could develop self-boundaries, self-discipline. But again, that doesn't work if ultimately you don't have relationships to encourage you to go forward. So we said, look, fuck it. The requirements are too high for these fags. We gotta lower them down. So we've gotten rid of all the SAG meetings. SAGs will work if you know how to form relationships. SAGs will work if you're already on your way and you know how to be accountable to your thoughts and feelings. If you know how to express your thoughts, you know how to include the feelings with those thoughts, you will spontaneously form relationships. That's when a SAG will benefit you. But if you're still in the beginning stages of learning how to say what is on your mind and learning how to give yourself permission to include the feeling behind the things you're saying, the SAG will be useless to you. It'll be a burden. So I came into a meeting with Fasty, one of our previous mods, and it was a pathetic scene. Like two students picking their nose, not saying a word, shy as fuck, and here is Asian Fasty trying to run a SAG meeting. And I thought, where are your people? Well, they don't have to be here. We used to ban students if they didn't show up. If you're on a scholarship, which means you got a free ride here, and you didn't show up, we'd ban you for a day. But guess what? It doesn't fucking matter to a scholarship student if he's banned for a day. That's not a punishment. It's not a real punishment. So we can't really enforce making you come to the SAG meetings. I was tired of pretending, and I thought, fuck it. You know what? Fuck the SAG meetings. They're not going to work if you don't know how to form relationships, so we're going to get rid of them. SAGs will benefit you if you know how to form relationships. If you don't, they're going to just weigh you down. They're going to be another burden you have to fulfill to learn how to socialize. So we said, fuck it, get rid of the SAGs. But on the positive side, we've started to become more accountable as a group. You'll notice if you go to Expression Club now, you'll notice if you go to a guided hangout, that people will be on your ass, or at least they're supposed to be on your ass as a group. If somebody fucks up, everybody pays for it. This is so much better than a SAG meeting because SAGs rely a lot on whether you're doing things during the week, which you're not motivated to do. But at least within the group experience, for example, this classroom experience, if we weren't doing a new student podcast right now, I'd be asking people questions. I'd be checking to see if they're paying attention. And if they fuck up and nobody speaks up, it's a twofold problem. One of the problems is the person in the hot seat, the person who I'm asking questions, isn't being accountable to their thoughts and feelings. The other part of the problem, which is just as important, is that the group, the other students, aren't holding that person accountable. They're not being accountable to their thoughts or their feelings. And so as a result, you have one person speaking, stuttering, stammering, and you have a group of 30 students just sitting there like statues. It doesn't fucking work that way. So once we started teaching the students how to be accountable to each other as a group, then we started to see the progress. We started to see a lot more people speaking up. We started to see a lot more people participating. And then this is when I realized it's so much better than having the SAG meetings and trying to get them group accountable when they have so many requirements that they can't really fulfill because they don't have the ability to fulfill them. Let's just work in small steps. Let's work in baby steps. So it's paramount that you as a new student attend expression clubs and guided hangouts, even fake-outs. Fake-outs are just like guided hangouts, except they have no accountability. They're just a relaxation place because you're going to see that when you start attending guided hangouts and expression clubs, there's going to be a lot of activity. You're going to be tired. You're going to be pushed a little bit. You're going to be pushed out of that comfort zone, and you're going to be practicing socializing. You're going to be practicing forming a relationship with other students. You're going to practice being accountable to your thoughts, to your feelings. You're going to practice holding other people accountable. You're learning what's in the ebook hands-on at these guided hangouts and expression clubs. So that's kind of why we got rid of the SAG meetings. That's kind of why things are the way they are now. As far as the forum goes, I was tired of pretending. Look, I'd love for the forum to be politically correct. I'd love for it to have a nice, happy face on it, but that's just not who I am. That's just not the way I want to be accountable to my thoughts and my feelings. This forum more reflects what's going on in my head. To me, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, sure, we're going to lose some part of the audience we might have had if we were just a little more gentle with approach. Instead of raping them on the first date, we should have just held their hand. So we're definitely going to lose some people over that. But on the plus side, we're not going to have to hear from faggots crying about the language being too harsh or this image was questionable. At least now, when we're in your face about it, about our views and what we think about things, we have less butthurt critics who will just come towards us thinking we're going to bend over just like they bent over. No, that's not the impression I want to give with this academy. I want this academy to be cool to you in a way that cool people are cool. Now, a lot of you guys think, oh, cool people are cool because they wear cool clothes, they have cool girlfriends, or hot girlfriends, they have money, they have some status in society, they have a great job. That's not what makes people cool. What makes people cool is people who say, this is my thought, this is my feeling that goes along with that thought, and I'm not going to fucking ask you permission to tell it to you. That's what makes a person cool. It's not about how cool the image is. You notice some of my slogans and sayings on some of the posters I produce, and even some of the students, are clever. They're humorous. If you look at them objectively and you think, you have a scholar's eye, you think, oh wow, what a clever saying. What a clever encapsulation of the times. What a poignant zeitgeist comment. Then other ones you think, what kind of third grader came up with this fucking ad for the academy? Who came up with this image? Who came up with this meme? Well, I came up with both. And both are cool because I say they're cool. Not because I am putting them out there and wondering, will people like me if I put this quote out there? Will people like me if I put this image out there? Will people like me if I present this vision of what socializing is? For example, I've had people come and criticize the academy saying, oh bro, that's such a 70s look, bro. But you gotta think. Who's making those criticisms? Ultra faggot keyboard warriors wetting their panties. I would dare any one of these cowardly faggots to come to this academy and come make their criticisms to my face over a webcam. They can't do it. What is the criticism of a coward worth? Nothing. It's worth your dick smegma, okay? If there is a cowardly keyboard warrior out there and he has a criticism, go tell him to fuck himself unless he's willing to put that criticism under public scrutiny, just like the academy has a rich tradition of doing. Why can you trust the academy? Because we don't bleed you of your fucking money. Every scam is based in money. They're going to try and take your money somehow. We have the best scam here. You can join for free. You can learn how to socialize for free. All the faggot keyboard warriors accusing us of being a scam can suck a big dick because they know that if we're giving what we know away for free, we're giving our time, our experience away for free, we can't possibly be a scam. Can't possibly be a scam. And furthermore, unlike these faggot coward keyboard warriors, we're the only place in the internets, in the interwebs, in the known universe that will dare our critics to come face us, that will put our work under a magnifying glass, under a microscope for you to judge and examine, and we will take your criticisms and we will challenge your criticisms. We dare you to challenge us as long as you allow us to challenge you. That is why we can say our academy is unique in the universe. That is why we can say our academy is the top, it's the cream of the crop. Not even pickup artist faggots can say this. If you go to a pickup artist forum, first thing you're going to notice is all the great reviews of their work. You know why? Because those faggots go around and delete negative reviews. They delete criticisms of their work. How do I know? Because as an experienced social person, I used to go around reading pickup forums and seeing all the bullshit advice they're giving, and I would critique them. I would tell them what's right, what's wrong, what worked, what didn't, and why. Where are those critiques? Deleted. Why? They're faggot cowards. Their work can't stand up under public scrutiny, which means they are scamming you. If anybody doesn't want to put their work out there to be judged and say, just trust me, just buy it, fuck those faggots. We should be criticizing them. We should be criticizing all those scam artists out there talking shit about the academy. If you Google our name, Manhood Academy, first thing you'll see is our bright, prestigious, self-accredited, sexy academy, number one result. Number 2, 3, 4, 5 through 1,000 is fuck the academy. The academy is scam artists. The academy is rape children. The academy eats kittens. The academy is a cult. The academy's this. The academy's that. But guess what? The reason why you can ignore those faggots is because those faggots will never dare come here to prove their accusations or make those accusations to our faces. Never trust a faggot coward making an accusation in anonymity. Make him prove it. That's what we do here, and that's why we're so fucking good. That's why my dick is so fucking juicy, because I'm willing to put my credibility of what I teach and what I say on the line each and every day, and I prove it. I don't tell you it's a good idea, I prove it. I talk to girls on the phone. I show you I can pick up chicks. If I could, and if I thought it was educational, I'd show you a chick sucking my dick for class. I know it wouldn't be helpful, but if I would go to those lengths to prove to you what I know about social interaction, I would illegally wiretap my dates, my conversations with girls, my conversations with guys, just to prove what I'm saying. I would put a fucking GoPro on my penis and on my forehead to show you what it's like to socialize with people and to form relationships and to see the positive feedback I get, even though on the internet we get such negative criticism. Great. You keyboard warrior faggots who are so good at socializing, make your criticisms. I dare you to walk in my shoes and do what I can do on a daily basis. You can't. That's why our academy is so fucking good. This is what you've stepped into in this academy. As a new student, kick back, relax. There's not a lot of expectations on you. I hope you'll show up to Expression Club. I hope you'll show up to a guided hangout. And at the very least, show up to a fake out where you can just sit there like a fucking stone statue gargoyle, and just watch. And just be entertained, be awed, be annoyed, be frustrated that you can't speak up. But at least come. Show up first. That's number one. My goal is to get you to show up here. I'll get you here by any means necessary. If I have to kidnap your sister, it was legal, I'd do it. But I don't know where she lives. I don't know if she's hot. I don't know how much she weighs. The point is, I want you here by any means necessary. When I get you here, then I want to train you. It's going to be rough, not because I am trying to be mean to you or I'm trying to make fun of you or demean you, but because you're a faggot. You just don't realize you're a faggot. You have so many self-defense mechanisms built in telling you you're not a faggot, that you got a lot of excuses, you just had a rough day, you just need a beer, you just need to be around your bros, you're really open with your family, you're really open when your cat's around, all other faggot excuses. You have a ton of them. They're in your head. You tell them to yourself every day. The bullshit doesn't work here. I know how to socialize. I'm going to teach you how to socialize, and it's going to hurt. The first few months are going to hurt. The first few weeks are going to hurt. The first day might hurt. I hope it does hurt a little bit. Just like going to the gym, it's going to hurt a little bit. Stretching your legs. But just like anything you take time and put some effort into, when you get that payoff, when you learn how to play the piano, when you learn how to bounce a basketball behind your back and dunk it on a Negro, when you learn how to ski for the first time, when you learn how to do calculus and you understand it, now you can go on and use it practically. I don't know if you can use calculus practically. Let me think. Adding in your head. You go to the market for the first time, you realize, I got my change back. It was easy. I love it. I love adding in my head. So when you learn a skill and you become good at it, the activity becomes fun. You're going to realize that socializing is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be grueling grunt work. It's not supposed to be stressful. It's not supposed to make you anxious. If you're experiencing that, there's a problem. That's what we're here to correct. The more you socialize the right way, the more encouraging it is to socialize, the more encouraging it is to form relationships. If you've heard from people that you're an introvert and you just need time to recharge and get away from people, you've been taught by a faggot. There's no such thing as introverts or extroverts. There's no such thing as alpha males or beta males. Those are all faggot bullshit pickup artist PUA terms. Those are all self-help guru faggot nonsense bullshit terms. We will dispute those terms. We will jizz all over those terms. All that stuff has done is hurt you. Asperger's, ADD, so many fucking faggot phantom illnesses. We had a guy in here with, what did he have? I'm tired syndrome. I don't know what he had. We've heard everything on this stuff. We even had guys with stomach ailments. Look, when you learn how to socialize, it's going to be a different world for you. Here, look, retain your fucking medication. Retain your view that you're a hypochondriac and your nosebleed means you have cancer. Retain all that. But look, we ask you to do one thing. Commit to learning how to socialize. Commit to this process of learning how to form a relationship properly. And then once you learn how to do it correctly, you'll see a lot of the symptoms you have of your faggotry will start dropping off. Needing to take your Adderall medication. Needing to smoke a cigarette around people because you're so nervous. Needing to take the edge off with a few beers when you go out. All those things will slowly start dropping off. You're nervous around people. We have a guy who's used to barf or shit his pants when he goes out. Your underwear will be cleaner, right? Your boxers, less stains in them. Your life will improve once you learn how to socialize. Once you learn how to form a relationship correctly. All those symptoms of your faggotry are going to slowly dissipate over time. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. Always test. Always test. That's our fucking our motto here now as of this moment. Anything the students want to add about their experiences here at the Academy? What would you tell a new student based on your experiences here? 505.
It's going to be hard. You're going to fuck up a lot. And, hang in there.
Hang in there, bro. What he said was there's a little kitten hanging from a tree, and he wants you to hang in there just like that kitten. Mikey Mike, what would you say to a new student here at the Academy?
This Academy is going to test a lot of the bullshit beliefs that you believed, a lot of the things that you've been holding on to all your life, and it's going to be painful. It's going to fucking hurt. It's going to hurt to know that you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but eventually you're going to start feeling bitter about it as you come along and you train here at the Academy.
Yeah, and Mikey Mike was a Down syndrome child. He could barely put 2 sentences together, and now look at him. He put a whole paragraph together. Attention hole.
Hey, it fucking hurts realizing, some of the friends you grew up with, or I grew up with, aren't real friends, and learning that I don't know from step one how to socialize with people and build relationships. And I've been here 6 months. Everybody grows at their own pace.
Right. Look, you're going to have a monotone, just like Attention Hole. You're going to put people to sleep. But during the Expression Club, during guided hangouts, people are going to wake you the fuck up. You're going to learn how to be accountable to your feelings, and people are going to want to listen to you. Right, Attention Hole?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Churro. Churro, wake up. No, 1 second. Oh, fuck. We will have microphone problems at the Academy. Chicken Lifter.
Go ahead. Hey. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, Churro.
I wasn't listening.
Fuck off! Chicken Lifter.
Alright, well, I'm gonna tell you this, new student. I come from the PUA community.
Hold on a second. New students, if you see Churro at the Academy, go ahead and slap him right on his balls, right on his little tiny ball sack. I'm sorry, Chicken Lifter. I didn't know how to give that public service announcement. Go ahead.
I'm from the PUA community. I approached 2,300 girls, 2,300, got nowhere with it. This is not a self-help book or community. You're here to fucking do work. That means writing your thoughts and feelings, because the way you write is going to be the way you speak, and building relationships with the other students. So, get in here and fucking train, son.
What it do, son? Danilorf. Yes, we even have foreigners. Hold on, Danilorf. Let me preface this by saying this is a worldwide academy. Danilorf he's a foreigner. He's a scumbag. Not a lot of people like him. I'm on the fence about him, but he's here to train nonetheless. And he's made, I was going to say dramatic improvements, but I can't bullshit these students. He's made improvements. Don't get on my back. Go, Danilorf.
Okay, I listen from Professor a lot that I'm a faggot, that I'm not accountable to my thoughts and feelings.
Yes, he sounds like this the whole time. Don't worry, student. Don't fall asleep while he's talking. Just get through it. Go ahead, Danilorf. Try not to put him to sleep.
Yeah, you just saw him call me a faggot, and he's gonna call you a faggot. You're gonna listen to from other students that you are a faggot, but this is necessary because pain is weak and is leaving your body.
Oh,
you are gonna
fuck! I can't take it. Danilorf just read a t-shirt that he bought in America at a swap meet, and I don't want the new student to be infected by you, Danilorf. I'm going to move on. David 45, what would you tell a new student at this academy, other than pain is weakness leaving the body, or any other trite, useless aphorisms? Please don't say be confident, be yourself. Go, David 45. Oh, hold on. Sorry. There you go. God damn it! We're playing Keystone Cops right now. I'm trying to mute his mic.
You're going to fuck up. You're going to think the professor knows absolutely nothing. And then you're going to go out, you're going to actually try what he says, and you're going to succeed. So if you don't believe what the professor says, just go ahead and do it, and you'll realize the discrepancy.
Look, David 45 sounds like a monotone fag already. He's only been here a short time, but already he's slightly starting to grow some hair on his balls. He's learning how to be accountable to his thoughts. Now, if only he was accountable to his feelings, you wouldn't have fallen asleep. But also, he's got sickle cell, and he cried himself to sleep one night at the academy. Let's see here, Skyfall.
Yeah, what I'd say to the new students is, don't wait to train. I know the expectations are low because you're a new guy, but the least you can do is show up and fucking show up. Because in name, I've been at this academy for I think over 2 years now, and it's only in the last couple months or even the last month that I've actually been training consistently. And this is the only time that I've ever improved.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a faggot. You can actually tell there's a human there because he's accountable to his feeling while he's speaking. Wow. Congratulations. Better late than never, Skyfall. Tiger Blood.
What would I say to new students? Start off, I just want all new students to know that when they get here, they really need to focus on being committed and accepting the fact that they are going to fuck up and it's going to suck when they get called a faggot by a professor and other students. Because I know for me, I still feel super retarded. But when I compare it to when I first came to the academy about 2 years ago, I realized that I've made small little strides. And I think just noticing improvement is what is keeping me around and is what helping me accept fuck-ups and being scolded and ridiculed. So just know that it's going to suck, but if you hang in there, things will get better.
Look, this is almost like a bro environment in the sense that this would almost mirror what it would be like in a locker room, or if you were playing sports. If you were a nerd and you have no idea what it's like, you will get this experience firsthand, not in a malicious way or a way designed to crush your spirit, but in the sense that we are like real people with real feelings, real views. Some of them are very fucked up. Some people are very neurotic and crazy, and they'll tell you a lot of bullshit. But we teach you how to sift through it, just like you'll have to sift through in the real world. The saving grace here is that I'm here to help you, to arbitrate, to teach you the ropes. This is what you won't have outside in society when you're just trying to socialize and form relationships, a hit or miss, along with social policies that are against you and legal issues that you might run into if you do certain things. So we're here to prevent you from going out half-cocked, going out without proper knowledge and without proper training. You can make your fuck-ups here. You can afford to fuck up here. This is what we encourage so that you can go out there and form those relationships. By the way, Tiger Blood's black, and if you're black, you won't feel left out. Stingray.
Yeah, I always talk to new students, and
Look, Stingray choked. I'm going to give him another Look, he's been here a while. He's not part of the Aryan Brotherhood, but he does look like a big Viking. He will definitely tap you out. He'll choke you out. He doesn't sound like he could choke you out or tap you out. He could catch you in an armbar or a Kimura very quickly. I've seen a video of it. I've seen him up close. But you can see that even people who beat Royce Gracie on multiple occasions, even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champions, can be faggots themselves. Stingray is proof of that. Now he has the same creed at the academy, which we teach everybody else here. First impressions matter, but second impressions, never mind. Just go, Stingray. I was trying to make a cool, encouraging quote for you, and I just couldn't do it on the spot. You're going to have to just go.
No, I mean, my thought is here we are telling them, don't worry, just train. It's going to be hard, but I thought hey, just come in here, train. You're going to improve. You might improve real fast. You never know.
A lot of these guys, you got to understand, a lot of these guys telling you it's hard are neurotic as fuck. They couldn't even talk to a snail. They barely even get out of their rooms. So it really depends on your social level. Some people, more than others, have had an easier time. Others, it's painful, it's grueling. There's a lot of tears. It just depends on where you are socially and what your experience is. So, yes, there definitely are going to be growing pains, but you got to be encouraged that you're going to be, the improvement or the pains you see are going to be encouraging. They're going to be pushing you forward. Stingray, I didn't mean to cut off your speech.
It's only as hard as you have to make it. I mean, it's like if you start saying, oh, it's going to be so hard, it's like you're already setting yourself up for it to be harder than it really needs to be.
Be where you're at until you're not there.
What?
I don't know, Stingray. It sounds like you're saying something.
Yeah, I am saying something.
Okay.
This is a pep talk.
All right, I'm not pepped up. It sounds like a vague platitude. Sounds like some useless bullshit to me, but you go ahead. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds.
Well, okay, I'm going to get specific. When I first came here, I started writing, and it was better than I could speak, because I just took the time, I put my thoughts out, but then I second-guessed myself. I started thinking inside my own head, and I ended up fucking up. I ended up slowing down, I pulled away. I haven't been as efficient here as I should have been because I didn't rely on other guys, which is what I should have done. We're all here because we're trying to help each other. You need to rely on your bros, talk to them, and they'll help you.
Yeah, and one day, Stingray won't sound like Elvis, like he's speaking out of a shotgun where he says 3 words at once. One day he's going to be able to separate those words. On that graduation day at the academy, I'll be there to hand him his diploma, and Honor will say, Stingray separated his words. Fuck you. Alright, General. General Butt Naked will now say a word to the new students.
I, too, myself, when I first joined the academy, one of the benefits was that I got to try a lot of the other stupid garbage a lot of the other students have done.
God.
I wasn't...
Sorry, new student. This is General Butt Naked. He's infamous around the academy. He's known for not being accountable to his feelings. You will fall asleep when he talks, but if you could just make it through this one new student podcast, I promise you won't ever have to hear from him again. Or at least you'll be able to do something about it while he's talking. Go ahead, General.
All right, I'm going to do something about it now.
Oh, good.
All right, when I first came to the academy, I was pretty much...
You were black.
Exactly. I was pretty much burnt out in trying to make any type of improvement in my.
General, is that a pun? Are you saying you're a burnt in skin tone and inwardly?
More inwardly than outwardly. Okay. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's a creamy mulatto color. I'd say a caramel coffee color. Okay, go ahead.
So I had been to I'd spent a lot of time wasting time in the pickup community thinking I could answer all my problems by learning cheap gimmicks and pickup tactics. And of course, when I would ask all these gurus questions about how to interact and make friends, how to have better relationships with coworkers, none of them had an answer. Everything was in pickup. And once you find a woman, your problems are going to be answered. And all this only did was it created more layers of garbage that I now have to deal with now and to get rid of so that I can actually be someone who, as the professor mentioned, that's accountable to their thoughts and their feelings.
General, are you done?
I am done.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I fell asleep during General's speech. I apologize to the student listening to this. If you're a new student, be encouraged. General, he's coming along. That's what I can say about General. Chaiwala, senior student Chaiwala will now say a word to the class.
To finish the quote, first impressions matter, second impressions last. And
okay.
In addition to that, I actually have a question about you being accountable to your thought on the forum. Because are you really being accountable, or is the ebook the accountability?
Yeah, why don't you throw a fucking monkey wrench in the new student podcast? Why don't you do that right now? Motherfucker. I apologize, this is new student Boggles. He's a senior student here at the Academy. So try to fuck you over. I'm warning you right now. If you come across new student Boggles, try to have at least one other student present. I cannot guarantee your safety around new student Boggles. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Chaiwala. He's had many name changes throughout the years. Go ahead, Chaiwala.
But being accountable to your thoughts and feelings, which is the focus, I really like that. Because if I could just do that, it will solve so many problems, social problems for me. I mean, even like last couple of weeks, even last night, I tried to bang this chick. I banged her, but I was having so much trouble because...
Wait, you tried to bang her, but you banged her butt?
I did bang her, but it was so much...
did bang her?
Yeah, it was so much work banging her because I'm not accountable to my thoughts and feelings. I consult DBE a lot. He helps me be accountable to my thoughts and feelings. But when he's not there, I'm like, fuck, I need to be accountable to my thoughts and feelings myself so I can bang her. And since I don't have the practice...
So now that you weren't accountable to your thoughts and feelings, you did bang her. This story makes absolutely no sense.
I did. It was just hard to do it because I have a hard time being accountable to my thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, there are so many things I wasn't comfortable with her, even though I banged her, because I'm not accountable to my thoughts.
And you banged her with that accent, correct?
Yes, I banged her with that accent, and I wasn't a doctor. She only likes to see doctors. She only likes to see guys who are over 6 feet. And I banged her with a lot of things not in my favor.
Yeah, not in his favor. He even sounds like an Indian, but I like your haircut. He looks like an Indian, sounds like an Indian, and he still banged her. I don't know what to say. It's a double-edged... Chaiwala's always been a double-edged sword here at the Academy.
But DBE helped me too. DBE helped me.
Okay, all right. The denier.
Yeah, so I think once you start coming here to the Academy, you're going to be told a lot of things. You're going to be exposed in a way you've never been exposed like before. Like, in every single class I've been here just about, I've been told I'm monotone. I've been told I'm unaccountable to my feelings. You're just going to be swarmed with a bunch of criticism. And it's going to be hard to take. There's been times where I haven't wanted to come back just because I thought to myself, like, fuck these guys, all they're doing is criticizing me, what do I care?
Yeah, but I didn't want to come back to the Academy to hear you speak. And I run the place.
Yeah, but even so, since I joined the Academy, I've been applying the principles I've been learning, especially being accountable to the thoughts and feelings. And since I've been doing that, I've been getting
let me ask you a question. When do you plan
changes.
on, let me ask you a question. When do you plan on being accountable to your feelings?
I'll do it right now, Professor.
Oh, great. Should I rewind the tape, or what should we start now?
I'll start now, Professor.
Okay, let me rewind. Okay, we're going to delete the rest of it. All right, and go.
Yeah, so since I joined the Academy, I've been...
I thought you said you were being accountable to your feelings. Why did you lie to me on tape, on record? Now the new students think, wait a second, I have to sound like this, and this was how it sounds to be accountable to their feelings? You're infecting them with this view that they have to sound like you to be accountable to their feelings.
I guess I'm done, Professor. I can't do it right now.
Thank God. Okay. Death by board.
Your stay at the Academy is going to be as difficult as you make it. A lot of guys who come here...
It be what it is. We've already heard that from Stingray. It be what it is.
It be what it is. Okay. Well, you're going to get butthurt a lot. Because a lot of,
There will be plenty of butthurt to go around. I agree with that statement.
A lot of times you're going to be in expression clubs. Like we do guided hangouts and expression clubs. And every time a guy doesn't speak up, everybody in the club and the hangout has to do push-ups. When you first show up, you're not going to know why the fuck you're doing it. You're not going to understand the point of it. You're not going to see the point of it. You're just going to think, oh, I'm in this hangout. I'm wasting my time. That's going to happen a lot because, again, you're paying attention to the trees, not the forest. Mm. The reason that you see it as a waste of time is because you don't feel accountable to the guys who aren't speaking up. Mm. But these are the same motherfuckers you're trying to form relationships with at the academy. So the fact that you don't feel accountable for them is part of the problem. It's indicative of your bad attitude towards socializing. So even though it doesn't feel like you're getting anything out of it, even by showing up to a hangout and being forced to do push-ups and not talking, you are learning something. You just don't realize it.
Wow.
So my words to you students are: keep training. You will see your lesson at.
Fuck! You blew it. Sorry. Go ahead.
You got the point.
Right. I mean, this was a rousing speech. I liked it. I think the new student hearing this will be like, fuck yeah, this guy, there's one bright guy out of all these retards at the academy. I'm encouraged to be here. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
This is new student Ancho. This is what it sounds like to listen to an actual new student here at the academy. Ancho.
All right, I'll try to make this as painless as possible.
It's already painful.
So when you first come here...
This is what it's like when you're on a date with a girl and you hear a guy like this. I'll tell you, like just like that. The short, brief laugh, the monotone, the awkwardness, the eyes darting away. This is just what it's like. This new student right now is sweating. His palms are sweating just hearing you. Go ahead.
When you first come here and you start training, you'll get your balls busted and it'll sting. But for the first time ever, you'll get a realistic gauge of where you stand in terms of your ability to socialize.
You sound like you're reading a hostage statement.
Okay. All right, well.
Okay, thank you. This is exactly what it's like to talk to a new student. So, you see you have a long way to go. Some people have a short way to go. It doesn't matter. This is your new home. Enjoy it. Get to know the students. Ancho is here to improve. You will be here to improve. You will sound like a hostage just like him. Let's finally go. Did we cover everybody? Did everybody get a chance to speak up? We're going to go to our last but not least. Actually, let's get Churro. Churro, get over there. Hurry up. Go ahead.
This for new students.
Oh, God.
Keep doing, man. Keep going. So, you're, like DBE said, well, the first time I came here, I was already butthurt, because in the beginning, you were scared, timid.
Oh, God, put him on a fucking high chair already. Let's go.
So, now, though, it's much better. The academy is much better now. I recommend you go to the expression clubs.
Oh, this reminds me of when I was in a foreign language school and I was a little kid and I had to get up on stage and I had my hands at my sides and I was reading and saying my name is Professor. I am 5 years old. I like tuna. And then I bowed and left the stage. It's bringing flashbacks. Thanks for the PTSD. Go ahead.
So just go to the hangouts and go to the expression clubs, and I guarantee you will at least get a little bit better.
I guarantee we have the lowest prices in town. These cars must go. Please show up to Cal Worthington's car lot of fun. We'll hope to see you here, Churro. Anything else, Churro, before we go buy another used car?
No, Churro's out.
Okay, thank God. Wow. All right, let's get to finally one of our janitors here at the academy. If you are ever in danger, there's a lot of shit that you just stepped in and it's on your shoe and you don't know how to get out of it, you come look for a janitor because these guys they're few and far between. They're like Navy SEALs. These are probably the only guys at the academy that might have your back. Not always. I mean, even Dick Van Dyke fucks me over from time to time, but I would say a good 28% of the time these guys are going to have your back. Not because they're Jewish, not because they're white. Well, eventually we're going to have a black janitor, but for right now we got a lot of white janitors. But the point is, these guys are good at cleaning up the shit. So if you step in some shit, you find a janitor and you talk to them. Dick, hit it.
Listen, new student. When I joined this academy, and it was about a couple years ago, I was a freshman in college, I was so resentful of anyone in my life. I had a roommate who seemingly the first day, he promised we'd be friends. Instead, he went out to parties. He went to social events, all these things. Never invited me out. I was always trying to. I remember I would buy him like a balloon for his birthday, put it on his bed.
Balloon for his birthday.
Nice things for him like that. I thought that would work. No. Instead, he would go out to frat parties. I'd be left all on my own.
If you bought me a balloon for my birthday, I'd punch you in the face.
Well, that's what I did. And
I would think this guy. I think you're trying to.
I'm talking here. You had enough time to talk.
I would think you're trying to start a homosexual relationship with me if my roommate from college bought a balloon for me on my birthday.
Oh, it was worse than that.
You did engage in a homosexual relationship with me.
No. The first day of college, my parents, they told me, buy a big bowl of candy and put it in front of your door.
What?
And then people will come by, they'll grab a piece, and they'll like you.
Yeah, why don't you put some dollar bills out there while you're at it?
I should have. So I resented my parents for giving me bullshit advice like that. I resented my roommate. He would go out to these parties, and then he would just text me, hey, leave the room, I'm bringing a chick over.
Get the fuck
There'd be no
out.
place for me to go except this little trash room on my floor in my dorm building. And I'd sit there all by myself in the cold.
Dick Van Dyke, his roommate used to say, text him, get out of here, Jew boy, get to the trash room. And he literally had to go into the trash room and cry to the academy because his social life was so miserable.
Yeah, I resented the friends I had in high school. I thought they were friends, but I didn't even enjoy hanging out with them. They would just make sarcastic jokes all the time, just making fun of other people. I never even got to know them at all. It just, the conversation, it was just a burden to hang out with them. They would just sit there, not say much, and if they did, it was just a stupid joke. I resented the girls in my life. I would try to, always ask the girls' number, hey, we should study or something, but I would always be, trying to get their attention. Girls, I would try to ask them out. They'd be like, oh, we're more friends. I see you as a friend. But were they friends? Did they ever text me? Did they ever want to hang out? No, never.
No.
Never. I resented the girlfriend I had. Somehow I had a girlfriend in high school. She told me she loved me. We'd always be together. But then one day during the summer before college,
caught her with a black guy.
Dumped me. She was talking to other dudes, flirting with other dudes, dating other guys. When I called her out,
blacks on blondes.
I finally cried to her and I told her how frustrated I was. I never talked to her since. That was it. She left.
She got fat though. The good news is she got fat.
She did get a little fat.
Yeah.
Yes, she did get fat.
Yeah.
I resented online sites too. I started searching for dating help online. I would read self-help books. I would try to find the answers any way I could to why I was struggling so much. I got advice that told me, hey, just ask people a lot of questions. Just people like talking about themselves.
Yeah.
So I would try those things. I would go out in class and, hey, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite book? What's your favorite color? These things didn't help at all.
Get the fuck away from me, man.
Yeah, people don't say that, but their actions prove that they didn't want me to.
I would have said that to you.
Well, I would have appreciated that more than what I got. I just got no responses, no help, nothing. People just wanted to avoid me. So this academy is going to be a blessing for you, and it's going to be a curse. It's going to be a blessing because someone here, the professor, he's going to tell you what you need to hear. Because all these people around me, the girls, the guys, parents, friends, all these people never told me what I needed to know. That
phony motherfuckers. Thanks for no help.
Yeah, thanks for nothing. That's why I was so resentful. Because I had these problems, I was frustrated, and no one had my back.
Dick Van Dyke could have been your next school shooter. He could have been your next serial killer. But thankfully, the academy got to him first, and now nobody's buried in his closet.
Yes. So it's a blessing in that way, because you're going to be told that you're the problem. But not only that, you'll be told the solution, what you need to do. So the curse of it all is that once you see these things, once you start learning here, once your perspective starts changing...
Then you'll start banging Mexican chicks. That is a curse.
It's a curse, yes. It is a curse. I did see her on campus yesterday.
See who?
I saw the girl.
The girl who?
The girl that I banged. So.
The Mexican girl you banged?
Yes. So one of the curses is you might walk around campus and see girls you banged, and before you could just be anonymous. Now they're looking at you, and they're frustrated that you dumped them. So that is one curse of it.
Fuck.
Another curse is once your perspective starts changing, you're not going to be satisfied with just a guy sitting there at a party, just sitting back saying nothing. You're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna want to have strong relationships with everybody you come in contact with. It's going to require that you come to expression clubs, you come to guided hangouts, you come to classes here to learn how you can lead these conversations, how you can build relationships with the people around you. So, Congratulations, you're in the right place. Now it's time to get moving. Now it's time to start training here.
Thank you. That was wonderful. So, new student, you jumped into the deep end of the pool, and there's no lifeguard. You got to start swimming. Thank you guys for another wonderful episode of Manhood Academy Podcasting. We welcome the new student. Let's all welcome the new student together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys.
You are. Okay, now say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye.
shit. Bitches ain't shit.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Let's get the fuck out after you're done. And I hops in my ride to make a quick run.